This is Esoteric Rogue, and we're testing eggs today. Yeah. Cassie has 3 livestock grazing. Oh. And 4 livestock processing. Forgot to switch retail stores. Oh well, have to use a Mega Mart. Ooh, yuck. 48. And I wasn't happy at all how he's doing the purchasing. I understand it, but it doesn't take much to demonstrate that it's not so good. Which is that the levels are going to increase over twice as fast for the units on the left than they will for the units on the right. When the other units are up to level 9, the units on the right will still be at level 4. Anyway, that's that. I also actually want to decrease the price a little bit to deter competitors. Let me reword that again. I'm going to build another store to deter the competitors. No. Okay. If you need to save this, save new egg test. Okay. Now we're really just interested in looking at the farm. I'll speed it up to speed 4. Cassius stated that the sales was his limiting factor because it's maxed out, which it's not, and it won't be. Well, actually, it's going to change, but it's still not going to be maxed out. The thing we want to look at that gives us the greatest clue of what's going on are the blue boxes. This sales unit is spending way too much time being empty. That means by looking at the sales unit, it's not doing as much as it can. So we actually want more product going into the sales unit, which I think he tried to attempt by getting more processing units. And even in my attempt where I have more livestock units, it actually isn't much different. Oh, there it's changing. Yeah, the yellow bar is going to drop down a bit. And I think that's all there is to talk about. I mean, the orange bar is maxed, and it would be maxed even if we were only selling one a day. It doesn't. Every time you sell one, the orange bar tries to increase, and if you're selling one at a time or two at a time, I don't think it makes a distinction. As long as you're selling any at a time, the orange bar increases, and that's what we're seeing. And there you can see already that the units on the left are twice as high level as the units on the right. My store's not progressing evenly, but well, that's probably overflooding the market. Oh, I didn't set the price the same. There we go. My store that wasn't selling as well, as evenly, had worse prices. I wonder if that'll even it out. It doesn't matter. We're talking about these stupid boxes. The most livestock units we can cram in is done like this. This isn't my normal way. I usually just use 5 and not 6. I'm gonna go sell those in my stores. Well, I guess it's warehouse indicated here. I'm not used to using warehouse, but I'll do that. I mean, this is the first time I'm ever laying down a warehouse. Ooh, that's a big warehouse. I hope I don't need a big warehouse. I need to slow this down because I don't even know what I'm doing. Input, output, storage. Duh. I gotta figure storage is the whole reason we're here. That's what I'll do. I don't know what works or not, but this is what I'm going to do. Now we go to my retails and import from storage instead. Yeah, they're going to cost more. It says warehouse here. All right. Anyway, I think I got them all changed, and I just go back and start my farms. That's not my farm. There we go. All right. It's going to be busier as it fills up the warehouse. Which we can now easily see was unnecessary because there's no storage at all. Alright, farm. It's interesting that it did change how it looks. The yellow bar was lower before than the orange bar. But in both cases, it looks similar to this last I knew. Just look at the blue bars is actually what's going to tell you what's going on. The sales unit is still spending too much time empty. So to determine what's optimal, though, you got to run it to full speed and get everybody to level 9. You know, on both yeah, whatever. I don't see any difference between these farms, between that one and that one. Alright, well, I gotta remember that we are looking at 2 sales units up here, but that just means they spend twice as much time empty. Without the raw output numbers, it's hard to say. And even when you're looking at your sales or your quantity out, you know, yeah, well, it's reached 2 million at some point. I guess, you know, obviously that's 1.47 million, which is way worse than the 168 million, you know. Yeah, it's rounding it way too much. It's completely worthless. Can't do an objective comparison with arbitrary rounding. Well, what am I doing? Where's that? Yep, nothing on storage. And just because we're doing this, well, yeah, let's build another farm, people. I'm just going to throw it the way I usually do it now. Not because it's better, it's because it's another one that's all makes no difference. I do prefer the 2 sales units to 1 sales unit, and this is my version of 2 sales unit. Instead of 4 processing units, I'm only going to have 2 processing units. I need to pause this because I'm going to have to fix my warehouse, change my warehouse, whatever. I guess just switch it to obvious. I never like obvious though. But I gotta do something to keep the video going. Okay. I need to relink. I hate that this doesn't have a go-to. Alright. really gonged me so much when I relinked it quickly enough. And again, this is supposed to be all about the farms. I was saying this is how I do it just because I like the safety of the 2 sales units, just in case if I only had 1 sales unit, I don't want it to get overworked. And I'm still arguing that the sales unit is not at capacity, it's not the limiting factor, it's the supply going into the sales unit. Sales unit is it's selling everything it gets, long before it gets more. It would be a bottleneck if it was getting more than it can sell. It's not. Sales unit's not the bottleneck. Well, what's that guy doing? View clients. I need to slow that down and fix my warehouse. Top one. I can't tell which one it is without setting different price. Oh, 1. Alright. Warehouse. The one that I was using was the number of the firm over in the mini map. Supplier, go to supplier. 6. Okay. That's not looking good either. Oh, well, it's full. I think the whole lesson there might be that your warehouse only wants one sales unit. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Well, so much for that.